Welcome viewers. Today in this video lecture I will tell you about the definition of computer graphics, what are its various applications, what is frame buffer, that is how the image is stored in computer. So let's start. First of all, what is computer graphics? These are two terms basically. Graphics made by computer is called computer graphics, and what is graphics? It is actually the images. So we can say that images formed using computer is called computer graphics. So producing pictures or images using a computer comes under computer graphics. Also, the process of creating and manipulating digital images is called computer graphics. And discrete digital representation of pictures means actually if we are storing the picture in computer, we are manipulating the pictures using computer, then pictures need to be represented in some digital form. So this discrete and digital representation of picture comes in computer graphics field. And also interaction with pictures. So we can say that computer graphics is an art of drawing pictures, lines, charts, etc. using computer with the help of programming. There are basically two types of computer graphics, non-interactive and interactive. In non-interactive computer graphics, user cannot manipulate the pictures in real time. So there is no interaction of user with the picture. So the examples are screensavers or wallpapers, etc. They are static. And what is interactive graphics? It involves a two-way communication between a computer and a user. So user is given a control over the image by providing him an input device. So computer receives signals from this input device. Basically it takes instructions from the user that how to manipulate the picture, and by these instructions computer modify the displayed picture appropriately. For example, video games where user can interact with the picture and we will manipulate the picture according to the instructions given by the user. So these are two types of computer graphics. Now what are the applications of computer graphics? Display of information, design, CAD, computer aided design, simulation such as flight simulation and other types of simulations, computer art, painting and entertainment like animations, and in movies also, in video games, in image processing, and in graphical user interface, which is a very friendly user-friendly interface, education and training, etc. So in virtual reality, animation movies, also entertainment in schools. So there are wide area of applications of computer graphics. So it is a very interesting field of computer science. So we will see some definitions related to computer graphics. The smallest picture unit that can be displayed is called a pixel. So in computer screen, whichever type of screen is means say it is LCD, say it is a CRT, any kind of screen. If screen is there, display screen is there, then the smallest picture unit on that screen is called a pixel. And so we can say that the display screen is made up of various pixels. So number of visibly distinct dots means pixel that can be displayed in a given area of a screen is called the resolution. For example, you might have heard the term like 1024 into 1024 resolution, or 4096 into 4096 resolution, or 786 into 840 resolutions. These are resolutions, means this number tells us that how many number of pixels are there in a particular area of the screen. Precision. The precision depends on resolution. Precision means the accuracy or how much detail we can include on the screen. It is called precision. It depends on resolution. Higher the resolution, higher the precision. Each addressable point is pixel. Number of pixels for a screen is resolution. as you are going to increase the resolution, you will get more precision, because in that case you can include more and more details. Now, the ratio of vertical pixels to horizontal pixels necessary to produce equal length lines in both the direction is called aspect ratio. Basically, the aspect ratio is required because generally the screens are not square, they are in the form of rectangle. So, in the vertical direction, the length is, if we see the total length, then in horizontal direction, the length is greater than the length in the vertical direction. So, that for that case, we require aspect ratio, so that ratio of vertical pixels to horizontal pixels is equal in both the directions. So, now we come to the next topic, which is frame buffer. Frame buffer is the area of memory where we store the images or pictures. So, it is that area of memory where we can store images or pictures. From that area, we require a display controller which can retrieve the picture which is in the form of digital form, and it is displayed on the graphical display device. So, to convert the digital image into the for display on the graphical display device, we need a display controller. So, these are the basic components of a graphics display system. We need a memory where we are going to store the image, and graphical display device where we are going to show the image, and there is a display controller to retrieve the values from the frame buffer, and it displays the image according to the values stored in the frame buffer. So, image is stored as a pattern of bits inside frame buffer. So, frame buffer contains various number of bits, and this pattern of bits will decide that which kind of image will be displayed on the graphical display device. Actually, the total number of pixels on the graphical display device, each pixel has 1 bit value. For example, here you can see that there are so many zeros and 1 here, and you see in computer each and everything is stored in the form of 0 and 1 only. So, the image need to be stored in the form of 0 and 1 only. So, now we have an image that we want to display, and we have to store this image in the form of 0 and 1. So, how are we going to store an image in the form of 0 and 1? So, this is a very, this looks very complicated, but the solution is what? As we know that the display device is made up of number of pixels. So, for example, there are, for simplicity I am taking, suppose there are 64 pixels in horizontal direction and 64 pixels in vertical directions. So, the resolution of the screen will be 64 into 64. In that case, in the frame buffer, we are going to store 64 into 64 bits. What does that mean? It means that we are going to store 1 bit value for each and every pixel. So, 1 pixel and 1 bit will be stored in the frame buffer. Second pixel, the second bit will be stored in the frame buffer. Since we are storing 1 bit per pixel, it means that the value of bit can be 0 or 1. It can be either 0 or 1. We have only two options. So, in case of the value, if value is 0, then nothing will be displayed on the screen, and if the value is 1, then a bright spot will be visible on the screen. In this way, we can show the image on the screen. As you can see in this picture, there are zeros and ones. Here, zeros and ones are there. These are zeros, these are ones. And this is the frame buffer where we have stored the image in the form of 0 and 1. And you can see that the places where the value is 0, on the screen you can see that there is no picture, and no picture is displayed on the areas where the value in the frame buffer is 0. But only those areas are shown on the screen where the value in the frame buffer is 1. In this way, we can store the image. And also, if you want to change the image, you can change these values of zeros and ones, and the image will be changed. So, this is the way we are going to store the images. Now for changing displayed picture, we need to modify the frame buffer's content to represent new patterns of pixel. So it is very simple. You have number of pixels and you can store a value corresponding to each and every pixel, and accordingly the image will be displayed. The area where you want to show the picture, or which kind of the area where you want to show the picture, keep the values there 1, corresponding values of that pixel 1, and the image will be displayed. Yes, if there is a single bit value per pixel, single bit plane is required, and you can have only 2 colors, that are black and white. 0 corresponds to black color and 1 corresponds to white color. So colors are incorporated using additional bit planes. So if you store single bit value per pixel, then you can achieve only 2 colors, that are black and white, because for 1 pixel you have 2 options only. Either you can store 0 or you can store 1. So you have only 2 colors to display. If you want to incorporate more colors, then you have to store additional bit planes. What does it mean? Means you have to store more bit values corresponding to each pixel. So if there are n bit planes, then there are 2 to the power n possible intensity levels. And buffer requires memory n into resolution of the screen. See, here we have taken the value of n as 3, means 3 bit planes are there. What does it mean? We are going to store 3 bits corresponding to each pixel on the screen. So 1 pixel on the screen and 3 bit values will be stored corresponding to that pixel in the frame buffer. And we can assign a color code, a color to each of these values, and now we can include more and more colors. So for example, here I have taken that, it is just an example. So I have taken 000 as black, 001 as green, 010 as red, and then blue, orange, and so on. So suppose, see, in the frame buffer, suppose we see the first value corresponding to first pixel on the screen. The value is 001. What does it mean? It means green. There is green color corresponding to this value 001. So on the screen, the pixel will be shown in the green color. Now the next pixel, the value is 010. 010 is red. So next pixel, the second pixel will be displayed in red color, and then for the third pixel the value is 110. So 110 means cyan color. So the third pixel will be shown in the color cyan. And for the fourth pixel the value is 001. It means the green color will be displayed. So in this way we can provide the values to each and every color for each and every color. So the number of colors you want to include, then you have to include more bit values corresponding to each pixel. Now we can understand this. So colors are incorporated using additional bit planes. So this one rectangle, this is called bit plane. This is single bit value corresponding to each pixel. This is one bit plane, and here we have included 3 bit planes. 1 plane, second plane, and third plane. So 3 bit planes are there. N bit planes, then there is a possibility of 2 to the power n possible intensity levels or color. In this example, we have used 3 bit planes. So we have total possible combinations. How many total number of possible combinations are there? 2 to the power 3 means 8 possible combinations are there. So we can include 8 colors. But one more thing that we need to remember. Now we are storing 3 bit values corresponding to 1 pixel. So the required memory will also increase. Suppose the resolution of the screen is 64 into 64. For black and white color, in the frame buffer, you only require 64 into 64 bits to store 1 bit value corresponding to 1 pixel. But if you are storing 3-bit values or 4-bit values corresponding to 1 pixel, then the resolution the resolution of the screen also need to be considered. So in this case 3 into 64 into 64 bits you will require. So as you will incorporate colors, then the required buffer memory will also be increased. So we can say the buffer requirement or the memory required to store an image depends on two things. One is number of colors and other is resolution of the screen. So what is display hardware? Display hardware is the place where we can see the images. So computer send its input to various devices called output devices. Graphical display hardware devices are special and general purpose devices that are capable of producing graphical output. There are basically two categories of display hardware: video display devices and hard copy devices. In hard copy devices there are various types of printers, and in video display devices there are various types of screens like CRT screens, colored CRT screens, LCDs, LEDs, OLEDs, and various type of video display devices are available nowadays. So thank you, and please like, share and comment on this video, and please subscribe my channel. Thank you.